Welcome everybody, my name is Anssi and today we're talking about WithSecure Cloud Protection for Salesforce 1.8 Afterburner release. Today, here's also my colleague Dima.
Thank you, Anssi. Hello everyone, my name is Dmitri, nice to be here.
And what do we have today, Dima?
We are going to talk about the new release and new features that we introduced. We want to bring your attention to the new important functionality which we introduced. And along with this talk, we will also show you those features with the real product.
Okay, let's go. So basically, what do we have here in agenda? So we're going to talk about automatic updatability, related link in URL events, also community user licenses, login user licenses, new functionalities and performance improvements, and also new brand as well, actually.
First of all, we want to give you an update about supported Salesforce editions. So we decided at least to drop Salesforce Professional Edition just due to the fact that we don't have many customers using that edition, and also due to the fact that we want to use new capabilities of the Salesforce platform. So with the new release, we are going to support only 4 editions of the Salesforce platform: Enterprise, Performance, Unlimited, and Developer.
Great. How about installation and upgrade? Basically, no major changes here. Basically, you can easily upgrade our solution from 1.6 and 1.7 releases to new 1.8 release. You need to do that update and upgrade manually. So after that, you can get that automatic updatability. But first, you need to kind of do manual updates to 1.8 release. Previous settings and data will be present after upgrade as well. Something else?
No, it's important to know that you need to plan it. We do recommend you first verify the new version in your sandbox environments, and if everything is fine, then you should consider upgrading your production environments. And as Anssi mentioned, all previous data and settings will be preserved during the upgrade.
Great. We also have new brand. What do we have here?
Yeah, as you probably know already, we changed the brand, and nowadays we are known as WithSecure. Previously we were F-Secure Business. Now our solution is called WithSecure Cloud Protection for Salesforce. You can find our application in App Exchange as WithSecure Cloud Protection, and once you have application installed in your Salesforce environment, you can easily find the application in App Launcher as a Cloud Protection. Should be easy to find us.
Yeah, and we will demo that later on. So let's check what we have next. So automatic updatability, it is actually the most biggest feature in this release. Could you tell me something about this new feature?
Yeah, the motivation to bring this automatic updatability comes from the fact that we see many customers are not using the latest and greatest software that we provide. And there is always risk to stay with the old version, and especially with the software which is not supported anymore by the vendor. So we've been offering customers so-called upgrade as a service. And a handful of customers were enjoying that service, which actually proved the fact that pushing new versions to our customers is so beneficial and so handy. So we decided that we will now offer this automatic updatability to all our customers. So we will be changing the model from opt-in to opt-out, meaning that previously some customers would need to sign up for the upgrade as a service. Not anymore. With the new release, you just install it, you keep automatic updates on, and then we will push new versions as soon as they are available.
Yeah, and upgrade as a service, that will be discontinued, so we don't offer that service anymore. So you can use our automatic updatability feature in future. But how the whole kind of process goes, how we're going to do that automatic update for all of our customers?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and we really want to explain the whole process so that you, our customers, would better understand and also be confident that we are delivering high quality software. Everything starts, of course, with the internal validation. So when we develop new versions, we definitely put a lot of efforts on the quality. And we have test automation. We also put efforts to build this kind of process to validate new versions internally. And then before we actually go and publish new versions to App Exchange, we have a number of test environments where we also push new versions automatically automatically, and we verify new functionality. And once the package goes to App Exchange, obviously it first goes through the Salesforce security review. So you will never ever get the version which hasn't been verified by Salesforce. So once the Salesforce security review is done, we publish the new versions to App Exchange. And after that, we communicate to the customers about the new release. You need to check that you actually receive those product release announcements from us. If not, please reach your account manager or please reach us on the support or community channel. We will definitely be happy to sign you up for the product releases. And with this product announcement, we will communicate about the new version, and we will also tell you when we are going to roll out the new version to your sandbox and production environments. And as you can see on the slide, we will do it in stages. First, we will roll out the new version to your sandbox environments, where you can also configure when and at which time those new versions should come. And once we validate the new versions in the sandbox environments, we will then proceed to the production rollout. And as you can see, it will take from 2 to 4 weeks before the new versions will reach your production environment. And during these phases, of course, we will validate and we will monitor any problems coming from our diagnostic channels or from customer support. But this way, we will ensure that you will definitely get the new releases and new functionality faster, and we will, of course, keep up with the high quality.
Yes. We also have settings for all of those things. You can kind of prefer what kind of weekday and what time we would like to have that update. It's always your local time. And one thing to kind of mention, if you kind of are scared about, let's do that in production, you can set up automatic update only for sandbox as well and start testing in sandbox and look at how it goes, and after that you can opt in also in production. But once again, we will show these in a demo later on. Of course, all the installation notification, you can see those notifications in alerts. So after installation, after we have upgraded your solution, you can see those installation on all the release notes there as well. A related record link in URL scan events. What that means, basically, we have had similar feature in file events. So you can easily go to the URL analytics and when you see something there, some events, you can easily click view button and see where the original post or original post are. So you can find those maybe malicious URLs easier. So this is something what customers have asked for us, and it's actually more easier to show in demo for you. Other improvements, what do we have here also?
Yes, there is a bunch of different improvements we introduced, and we can spend a lot of time explaining all of them. But just to highlight few of them which might be important, and those of course based on the customer feedback. So starting with the first one about configurable retention interval for alerts. Most of our customers, they have compliance requirements. They need to store those scan events and alerts for the amount of months. And now with the new release, we make it easier for the customers to configure for how long alerts or scan events will be stored in their environment. So we let configure our applications to store those data from few months to 2 years. Another improvement we made based on the customer feedback, especially from those customers who has a lot of users. We now introduce visible improvements, which we call usability improvements with the license and permission set assignments. Previously, if the customer would need to assign licenses or permission sets on the Salesforce organizations with a huge amount of users, they would not be able to understand when that task is complete or if there are any problems with the assignments. Now with the new release, you will be able to see when that job actually starts, when it finishes, and especially if there are any problems with the assignments, then you will see that through the alerts. We also improved the capabilities with handling quarantine files. So with the new release, again, with the large customer environments, we make it easier to restore a large number of files from the quarantine. Previously, it was not possible, or the customer would need to do it like with small sets of files. Now it should be possible to restore up to thousands or more files from the quarantine. Also, we make improvements with the manual or scheduling scanning, specifically for performance reasons. Now we make it possible to configure the batch size. So when manual scan starts, we process the files in the batches. And by default, we do it with the 40 files. But now we let customer either to increase this batch size or decrease it. Because quite often when scanning, especially large files, the manual scan or the batch part might actually time out, and with this specific configuration setting it should be possible to fine-tune it, and then you can avoid any timeouts issues. Then moving forward, we also make it possible to do the advanced configuration, especially when it comes to scanning files in outbound emails. Previously, that setting was not visible to the customers, but now we let you to control when and how the files should be scanned. And if you have a reason to disable scanning files for outbound mails, you can find the new setting in the admin UI. Then another thing is quite important from performance perspective, but it might be totally invisible for you. We are taking Salesforce Platform Cache into use in this new release. That's been actually highlighted many times by Salesforce, and it's one of the innovations that they actually suggested to ISV partners like us. So now with the 1.8 release, we are using Salesforce Platform Cache to optimize our operation, especially when it comes to the file and URL scanning. Like I said, you might not actually see that behind the scenes, but believe it, this actually improved the performance a bit. Then we will continue introducing and using Platform Cache even more. And that's, by the way, also the reason why we are dropping Professional Edition support. Because unfortunately, Platform Cache is not available on the Professional Edition. They are available only with Unlimited and Enterprise versions of the Salesforce platform. And last but not least, we also made it easy to find the version number of our application, because quite often during the customer support cases, we ask customers to provide the version number of our application. And it seems that it's actually a bit challenging to find it. Now it should be super easy. You go to the support page, you click about, and then you will see the new version. And then we also at least added new languages, especially for multinational and international companies. So now we provide additional languages for new customers.
And you can find all the new languages in the release notes as well. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Dima. Let's go to the demo. So maybe first one, how can you kind of find our solution? So basically, like Dima said, we have new brand. If you just write Cloud Protection, you can find our solution here. So the file, basically the name which is kind of visible here is Cloud Protection. We have new logo here as well. If you go that installation or app exchange, the name is a little bit longer, but in this application you can only see that Cloud Protection. Let's after that go to automatic updates. So under general, you can find automatic updates, and like Dima said, it's opt-in when you install our 1.8 release. So if you want to kind of opt out, you need to turn this feature off, but of course we highly recommend that you will use our automatic updates. You will be always newest version and newest and greatest features and fixes as well. You can also kind of choose when you would like to have that update, weekday and the time. And like we said, it's your local time always.
Yeah, and please take a note that the update will not happen exactly at that time. As the node goes under the settings, the upgrade will be queued, and depending on the length of the queue, the new versions will reach your environment. And also importantly, that we didn't mention before, that we have the product lifecycle policy, and according to that policy, you are responsible for running the latest and greatest software. And we also have a right to push the new versions to you, especially if you keep using unsupported version. So to say, if you even disable automatic updates, and if you keep using the old software, we as a company, we have the right to push the new versions to your environment. Please take a note, and please reach us out if you have some questions or concerns about that.
Yeah. And when we are in this same page, maybe we can show that analytics. This is also one thing what we add here. So basically, we used to only have kind of settings, how long you would like to store those file and URL events. Now you can kind of also configure how long you would like to keep those alerts. So you can take like 24 months as well if you want to. But what else? Related records in URL events. So basically, if you go to the analytics and URL events, here you can find, so for example, one event that, okay, Anssi Korpilaakso has just posted something to the chatter. That URL was malicious, and we blocked that open action there. And if you go, for example, and click that view button, you can see all the records here. And if you click that related record, you can see the exact post where that malicious URL are. So it's easier for admins to find those kind of cases and remove those malicious URLs if they want to do that. What else? Maybe something which is pretty nice for bigger environments where you have a lot of customers, you need to assign our permission sets or do something with licensing. So basically now if you click like assign permission set button, that will start like a background job. And if you go to the analytics, you can see that, okay, let's refresh this page. You can see all the notification that, okay, that permissions set job has started, and it's also completed here because we don't have too many users in this environment. But also you can see all the details. So if you have some problems or maybe some permission sets are not signed for some users, you can see all the details here. So that is also very nice improvement as well. And same goes to the licensing part as well. Do we want to demo something else? Or was it that?
Those are most important highlights of the new release. Of course, as we said, please go and try it out in your sandbox environments. Keep sending us feedback. We are open to take any suggestions, any problem reports, and follow us on the community and social medias.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you.